Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Do you know, businesses evolve. They go through different phases. And for every single person, there's like 4 basic phases that I want to touch on. Because quite often, we try to do the wrong activities and the wrong things in the wrong phase, and we wonder why we're running around like a headless chicken. Well, in the end, we need to make sure that in phase 1, we look after ourselves. I'm going to come to that real soon. Hey, if you're not part of our $1 Million Referral Network Facebook group, make sure you go and search the $1 Million Referral Network or click on the link in the description below. Come hang out, come join us and learn how to get 100 new clients in the next 12 months without spending a cent on paid marketing. So what are these 4 phases? Well, phase 1 is all about putting on your own face mask. You've heard it many a times. You've got to look after you before you can start looking after others. Right? If we're going into a crash, you've got to put on your own face mask first before helping the person next to you. Well, it's the same thing in phase 1. You've got to keep a roof over your head. You've got to keep food on the table. You've got to make sure that your immediate family are provided for. So therefore, you do what you need to do. You race around, you're hustling, I hate that word, but you're making calls, you're knocking on doors, you're asking, you're doing everything you need to do in phase 1 to make sure that you're provided for. You and your immediate family are provided for. That's phase 1. So then once you're starting to go, okay, roof's always going to be over my head. We're going to have food on the table. We're okay at the moment. So there's always sort of a bit of a recurrence of how much is going to come in every single month, and it covers what needs to be covered. Now we're right to move into phase 2. And phase 2 is where we can start looking at, okay, now how do I start to leverage a little bit? Maybe I've got time now for bring on a team member. I've got to be able to start doing more, maybe a bit on the business rather than in the business. I've got the ability now to be able to hand a few things off and leverage a bit more and to start thinking about growth. See, in phase 1, you can't really think of growth. You got to think about the first part, survival. Okay? And you can move from phases really as fast as what you want to. There's no time frame. Everyone's different. Some people are stuck in phase 1 forever because of their thinking and their mindset, their scarcity mentality. Others can move from phase 1 to phase 2 within weeks. So phase 2, it's all about, okay, let's start setting up for growth. Let's actually start doing less ourselves so that we can start doing more on the business and actually becoming a business owner rather than a business worker. Then we can start moving to phase 3. Phase 3 becomes, how do I start making a bit more of an impact with our clients? And this is where we start becoming a bit more of a thought leader. Okay? No longer do you really just do what you believe you do, it's so much more. So you could go, I'm a mortgage broker. And in phase 1, you're racing around trying to get as many people to refinance or new finance as possible. Phase 2, you go, hold on, we're doing okay now. I need someone else to be able to start doing some of the admin, start doing some of the paperwork, start doing some of the follow-up. Start doing the little things that I really don't need to be doing. I need to concentrate more on our relationships and our clients, the relationships with our lenders. Then you move into phase 3. It's like, okay, well, yes, I'm a mortgage broker and that's what I do, but how am I going to position myself? How am I going to get seen? What's the perception I want to create? You might write a book. You might start doing lots of content. All of a sudden, you're a thought leader rather than just a business owner. It's about how do you start making a bit of an impact with your clients. And then you move on to phase 4, where, hey, you've got a good business. It's now about contribution. It's about growth. It's about internal growth, not external growth. It's about how do we help make society better? How do I give? How do I do things, give back to people who are just starting off? But a lot of people, and this is just because of our core needs, try to do this contribution in phase 4 back in phase 1. And that's great. And that's sort of how we are as humans. But in the end, it takes away from what we should be doing. Like when I talk about these 4 phases, there's no right or wrong. It's not this is what you have to do. But it's a reason why quite often we don't progress for a long time past a certain phase. Because we're doing the wrong things or we're focusing on the wrong things. Should we try to always be contributing and giving? Yeah, of course we should. But that can't be the focus back in phase 1 and phase 2 because you've got to look after you. You can't help the next person unless you're looked after. You've got to focus on you, and as much as that sounds selfish, you can help more people down the track by getting this part right to begin with in yourself. So look at where are you right now in your business? What should you be concentrating on? Is it still about, I need to make sure that we're all good with a roof over our head, with food on the table? Or if you're okay with that part, now it should be looking at, how do I remove myself from some of these things that I shouldn't be doing? I need someone else. And yes, that's scary, and yes, it's a catch-22, and yes, you go, well, I've got to have money to be able to pay that person, but that's what you've got to build to. Because in phase 2, you start becoming a business owner, or you're a business worker. See, if you're constantly, the only time you can make money and have things coming into your business is when you do it, you're a business worker. Business owner has a business which will work without them. They've got team doing things for them. So that's where you need to transition in phase 2. Then in phase 3, now it's about how do I make things bigger, better with our clients? How do we make more of an impact? Like, did we start 7 years ago thinking 100 clients in 12 months, no ad spend? No, that's evolved. We've had to make a lot of mistakes along the way to become the thought leader that we are and have the accelerators that we do and have the models that we do, have the structures, have the systems, have the processes to be able to help make the impact that we want to make. Then we move into phase 4 around contribution. Like when people join our program and our charities that we support around helping ill children continue their education, helping disadvantaged children get an education, helping rescued animals with treatment and food. Like they're things that we're passionate about, and we involve our clients to be able to contribute and make a bigger impact into society. Well, you can't be at that thinking level until you've got other things in place. Hey, hopefully it's been super helpful. Leave me your insight below. Hey, send off a comment, and if you've got other people who would love to hear this, make sure you share it with them too. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you real soon. Look forward to seeing you in our $1 Million Referral Network. Come hang out, come say hello. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care, everyone.